Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Joshua and I am here today with some more how to code in HTML, and this is episode 2. So we need to rewrite our whole fucking shit again. Oh no, alright. I need to save this as an HTML document in our our thing. HTML. Save as index. Alright, so let's just type in our shit that we usually type in when we make an HTML website. And if you're wondering what IDE editor I'm using Sublime. I don't know why, this thing isn't really that good. I prefer Visual Studio. But let's just get on with this shit. HTML website. We already know what these tags do. And we're gonna get into fonts and all that shit. So the first thing we're gonna want to type in is font, and here we can do face, color, size. I think there's a couple of other things you can do. Font face though, this changes the font type. So if you guys have ever used Microsoft Word or anything, you probably will know that you can change the font. You can change the font from Courier, I think that's the default, or Times New Roman. I don't know. I haven't used that in like years. I haven't even used Microsoft Word in a while. Anyway, we can do Arial. That's standard. Verdana is pretty standard. I personally like sans serif. You don't have to use that, but now let's just see what it looks like. So we are using the sans serif font. I think there's a hyphen here. I think. Yeah. Alright, now let's just open up our shit. Let's just open up our website over here. Yep, it works. See, it says over here we are using the sans serif font, and that's how we change the font face, or the font itself. We can change the font color. So you can do color equals blue, and it'll change it to blue. If you go to this website, which I'll leave in the description, colorpicker.com, you can pick out a couple of different colors, like a nice techno green, blue, I guess you could say. Yeah, techno blue. But we need to do this pound symbol and then type in the hexadecimal code. No. The reason why we need to do this is because HTML, or like the CSS part of HTML, they use the hexadecimal, name, or RGB, and RGB is red, green, blue, the primary colors. We'll get into that in the future episode, some future episodes. But for now, I'm gonna be teaching you the names, which I just told you, blue, and the hexadecimal color. Right here, which is a nice techno blue, as you can see right here. And the last one that I know of is size. And size, we have different ways of measuring it. Most commonly, people will use pixels. That's kind of big. I don't use that. I personally don't use pixels for measuring the font size. I use PT. Why is this not working? I think, yeah, we have to use CSS to change the size of the pixels. I don't think we can do that in HTML. I'll quickly show you how to do that. This is gonna be confusing if you don't know how to do this. Style. This is just inline CSS in the head tag. This is not recommended at all, but for now we're just gonna do this. Body. This is how we can set default styles. So like body, font size 16 pt maybe. So now let's just delete this, and it should work. should get a certain font size. Yeah, and now you guys are probably wondering, well, we're using a font size of 16, but we're also calling font here. Well, the difference is this is for anything outside of the class. So anything outside of the font tag will also be size 16, but just different font, if that makes any sense. And my AC is turning on. Fuck. But we never mentioned the font size here. We only mention it here, if that makes any sense. So 13 we can change it to. I keep mine usually at around 14, just so it's readable to the users. That's pretty good. Alright, so that's how we do fonts. Another thing I want to teach you is the break attribute. The break attribute is separating or giving yourself a space. So if we type in test, this test should be underneath of we are using the sans serif font. See? Now, if we, well, you guys might think, well, can't you just hit enter and then type in test? Well, you can't, because HTML is very specific that you can't keep doing this and it'll give you a lot of space. No. In order to give yourself space, you have to do break, padding, margin, or top. That's CSS, and I'm not going to get into that, but break is what I use. I usually use break. I don't really like getting into the padding and stuff because sometimes you get a little bit glitchy with the mobile devices, but that's just a personal preference. So that's how we use the break attribute. Also, it's a self-closing tag, so we don't have to do this. I think if you use Visual Studios, it'll automatically do that, but you don't have to even do that. You can just type in BR and that's it. The next thing I want to teach you guys is some basic font attributes like bold. So bold, this text is bold. Italics, this text is in italics. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know. Oh, I think that's obscure. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have to look it up. I know there's something that's for O. Then we also have view, which is underlined. Underlined text. Alright, now if we refresh this, we will have a bunch of different. Oh, we should have done this. Break. 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 There we go. Okay, there is no O. That's interesting. Well, then we'll just use strike. This text has a strike through it. This could be good for like update logs and stuff like that. This just highlighting something. This just referring to something maybe. I don't know. This is all up to you guys. I'm just teaching how to get you the simple characters in HTML. The next one I think I should teach you are the headings. We went over them really quickly. And let me just, this is really annoying. In CSS, you could just type in font family to whatever tag you're using. And yeah, sans serif. I just want that to be default. H2 heading 1 / H1 H2 heading 2. I think I did this, but just to clarify, we're just gonna use 2. Heading 1 is the largest. Heading 2 is second largest. Heading 3 is third largest. So on and so on and so on. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else I want to go over in this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about what's it called? Tables and stuff like that. And then we're going to move on into let's see. Some other text features and shit like that. And then after that, we should move on into CSS, and that'll be a longer tutorial. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please sure to leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to them. I'll try to get back to all of them. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching.